Imagine waking up to breaking news that a third world war has begun. The sirens are loud, the streets are chaotic, and the world as you know it is plunging into uncertainty. What would be your next move? Where would you go? Today, we're delving deep into one of the most unsettling questions of our modern times. Where should one seek refuge in the event of a third world war? With geopolitical tensions escalating across continents, this is not just a theoretical question anymore. You are on the Geoland channel. We've explored the depths of history, politics, and survival strategies to bring you informed, practical advice during critical times. With our expertise in geopolitical analysis and our commitment to providing you with the most thorough insights, today's guide is designed to prepare you, both mentally and physically, for the unthinkable. In this video, we will explore the potential hotspots to avoid, identify the safest places on Earth, and discuss how to prepare yourself legally and practically. Stay with us as we map out your best chances for safety in a world at war. What ignites a global war? As we stand on the brink of potential global conflict, it's crucial to understand the dynamics that could drive us into a third world war. Several factors could act as catalysts in this dire scenario, each with its unique implications and triggers. First, let's consider the geopolitical chessboard. Major powers have historically played a significant role in shaping global politics, and their rivalries could easily spiral out of control. Whether it's the ongoing tensions between NATO countries and Russia, the strained relations between the US and China over Taiwan, or the volatile situation in the Middle East, any of these could ignite a larger conflict. Next, resource scarcity plays a critical role. As natural resources like water, oil, and rare earth minerals become more coveted, nations may resort to aggressive policies to secure these vital assets, potentially leading to conflicts. Economic instability can also lead to wars. Economic downturns, trade wars, and sanctions could weaken countries internally, pushing them toward military options as a means to assert power or distract from domestic issues. Lastly, let's not overlook the impact of alliances and treaties. These agreements, meant to secure peace, can sometimes create tangled webs that pull multiple countries into conflict if one member is attacked. Understanding these factors is key to grasping the full scope of what a third world war might entail. It's not just about the immediate impact of military actions, but also the long-term global changes they would provoke. Where not to be when wait fee strikes. In the event of a third world war, certain areas would be significantly more dangerous than others. Knowing where to avoid could be as crucial as knowing where to seek refuge. Firstly, major cities are likely to be primary targets due to their economic, political, and cultural significance. Capitals and major metropolitan areas not only house key government infrastructure, but are also economic hubs, making them likely targets in a wartime scenario. Military bases and installations are also high-risk areas. These facilities, whether they are for storage, command, or launch sites, are strategic targets that enemy forces would aim to neutralize early in any conflict. Strategic locations such as ports, airfields, and communications hubs should also be avoided. These sites are essential for a country's defense and logistics, making them critical targets during wartime operations. In addition to these, areas near nuclear power plants, major dams, and other critical infrastructure could be risky due to their potential for catastrophic damage if targeted or accidentally hit during military exchanges. Lastly, it's wise to stay clear of borders near hostile countries. These regions are often the first sites of military engagement and can become volatile very quickly. By understanding the geopolitical landscape and avoiding these key areas, one can significantly reduce the risk of being caught in dangerous situations during wartime. This knowledge is essential for anyone considering where to relocate in anticipation of or during a global conflict. Top safe spots during global warfare. In a world shadowed by the threat of a third world war, identifying safe havens becomes a priority. These are places where the risk of conflict and the impact of global unrest may be minimized. Let's explore some of the safer options available. Neutral countries often emerge as viable refugees in times of global conflict. Nations like Switzerland, known for its long-standing policy of neutrality and robust defense infrastructure, offer a semblance of safety amidst chaos. Similarly, countries like Sweden and Ireland, which have historically stayed out of military alliances during conflicts, could also be considered. Remote areas are another option. Locations far from strategic targets and major population centers, such as remote islands in the Pacific or sparsely populated regions of Canada and Australia, might offer isolation from direct conflicts. Their geographical isolation helps shield them from the immediate effects of war. Mountainous regions can also provide natural fortifications. Areas like the Scottish Highlands, the Appalachian Mountains in the United States, or the Southern Alps in New Zealand are not just difficult to navigate militarily, but also often have communities adapted to self-sufficiency, further reducing reliance on external supplies. When considering a safe haven, it's also crucial to assess the political stability, self-sufficiency in food and energy, and the capability of a nation or region to withstand global economic disruptions. Countries with stable governments, a strong sense of community, and minimal reliance on imports for essential goods might manage better under the strains of a global conflict. By choosing your refuge wisely, based on both geographical and political factors, you can enhance your chances of safety in a scenario where much of the world is engulfed in turmoil. Legal and practical steps for wartime relocation. As the specter of a Third World War looms, preparing for refuge becomes a critical step for those seeking safety. Here's how you can prepare legally, practically, and ensure your survival through uncertain times. First, addressing legal preparations is essential. This includes understanding visa requirements and exploring options for dual citizenship or residency permits in safer countries. It's important to have these documents in order, as they will allow you to move quickly and legally when the need arises. Equally crucial is assembling a survival kit tailored for wartime scenarios. This kit should include not only basic survival items like water, food rations, and first aid supplies, but also items specific to war such as radiation detectors, gas masks, and protective clothing. Having these on hand can be life-saving in the event of attacks involving chemical or nuclear weapons. Financial preparation cannot be overlooked. Ensure you have access to sufficient funds that can be mobilized quickly. This might mean setting aside emergency cash, opening bank accounts in foreign currencies, or investing in easily liquidatable assets. Financial stability will enable you to relocate swiftly and sustain yourself in your new location without immediate income. Additionally, maintaining a network of contacts, family, friends, or even organizations in potential refuge areas can provide crucial support during relocation. These contacts can offer immediate local information, help with accommodation, and other necessary assistance upon arrival. By thoroughly preparing for these aspects, you can enhance your readiness to seek refuge swiftly and efficiently, significantly reducing the stress and uncertainty associated with such a drastic move. This preparation not only secures your immediate survival, but also lays the groundwork for sustaining a stable life in your new environment. Historical insights on wartime refuge. To better understand the concept of seeking refuge during global conflicts, let's look at historical precedents and insights from experts that illustrate successful strategies and common pitfalls. Firstly, consider the evacuation of children and civilians during World War II from cities like London to the countryside, known as Operation Pied Piper. This mass movement was designed to protect vulnerable populations from anticipated bombings and proved crucial in preserving the lives of hundreds of thousands. Another example is the Cold War era, where both American and Soviet citizens prepared for potential nuclear conflict. The construction of bomb shelters and the stockpiling of supplies reflected the intense fear and the proactive measures taken by individuals under the shadow of nuclear threat. We can also draw insights from recent conflicts, such as the Syrian civil war. The movement of refugees to neighboring countries and further afield highlights the importance of international aid and the role of host countries in providing refuge to those fleeing violence. Interviews with experts like geopolitical analysts and historians can add depth to our understanding. They can provide analysis on how different regions have responded to crises historically and what can be predicted for future conflicts based on these patterns. By examining these case studies, we can glean lessons on the effectiveness of various refugee strategies and the humanitarian, political, and logistical challenges involved. These examples not only underscore the harsh realities of war, but also highlight the resilience and ingenuity of individuals and communities in times of extreme peril. Secure your safety before the storm. As we conclude our exploration of where to seek refuge in the event of a Third World War, it's clear that understanding the geopolitical landscape and preparing accordingly can significantly enhance your chances of finding safety. We've traversed through various strategies, from identifying key areas to avoid to pinpointing safe havens and understanding the necessary legal and practical preparations required for survival. Today, more than ever, it is essential to stay informed and be proactive about your safety plans. Conflicts may arise unexpectedly, and having a well-thought-out plan can make a substantial difference in your ability to navigate through perilous times. Now, let's talk about the platform bringing you this vital information, GeoLand. GeoLand is a unique channel committed to providing exclusive, truth-seeking content that often goes unreported by mainstream media. In a world where information can be skewed, GeoLand stands as a beacon for the unfiltered truth, offering insights and information crucial for informed decision-making. As an anonymous channel, GeoLand relies on the support of viewers like you. Every view, share, and subscription not only helps the channel grow, but also strengthens our mission to bring more in-depth and critical content to light. By supporting GeoLand, you're part of a community that values truth and preparedness in times of global uncertainty. Thank you for joining us in this important discussion. Remember, your awareness and preparedness are your greatest assets. Share this video to help others understand their options and stay safe. Subscribe for more insightful content, and together, let's continue to uncover the truths that need to be told.